Cancer, how's it going? All right, Holy Spirit, I ask that you would just bring to mind whatever Cancer needs to know right now. Words of encouragement, hope, healing, inspiration, guidance, support. I bind all fear, anxiety, depression, anything rooted in fear, we bind. And I loose the power of your supernatural love, joy, and peace to flow through every fiber of every person's being who's watching right now. Body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get started. Cancer. Okay, let's get us. Let me get. Let's do one of these cards right here. Bye. Thank you. The Animal Spirit Oracle for Cancer. Oh, we've got two. We got a peacock. I love peacocks. This is Let It Shine. Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. Ooh, Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. And the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Wow. Let me see. Let's look up this peacock real quick. Okay, it says, when is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are, for you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, Peacock Spirit says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force energy and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it shimmer, and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. Woo! Get up and dance. All right. I like that. And then we have the Butterfly Spirit, Transformation. Joy and the beautiful lightness of being alive and creative in the world is the focus when Butterfly Spirit flutters before you. Transformation is inevitable as you grow into your most beautiful, empowered self. Indeed, you will go through some uncomfortable stages as you let go of the forms of your life that no longer fit the new you. Even relationships must go through shifts to match your new emerging self. If you focus on the beauty and not the challenges, stop taking yourself too seriously. Wait, how did I read that? If you focus on the beauty and not the challenges, stop taking yourself too seriously, and choose to be playful, loving, and joyous, you will soon know the miracle your soul wants you to experience. Today is a day for joy, so alight. Look around and see the beauty that is everywhere and in everyone, including you. Wow, those are like very similar messages: to be joyful, to be playful, come alive. Wow, and then we've got the Bat Spirit, or rebirth. So we've got transformation, rebirth, let yourself shine. This is like a common theme. I did Pisces reading earlier, and it was the same thing, like quit hiding. It's time to come out and, allow yourself to be seen. Be the main character. So we have the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there's a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. For the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you're in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed, and things will be in a new form that is right for you. That was a lot to read. I'm sorry. I was like blah 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 blah, blah jumbling over my words. But there's clearly a message here of transformation. I mean, to put it bluntly, rebirth, transformation. I mean, really, same thing. The old, the old dying off and the new emerging. And then it's like an exclamation point with this peacock card. Like, let it shine. You may feel lost at present, at the current moment, you may feel lost. But you're on the precipice of change here. Of completely breaking out of that cocoon. Excuse me. Whew. Let's get one of these real quick. Show me for my Cancer. Whoa. Love. What? Now, do you know what this means? We're going to go down a little side quest and pull some love cards. Dun da da. Dun da 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 da. Dun da 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 da. Love is in the air. Ooh, ooh, love. Show me some love info on my Cancer. Intimacy. Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Allow yourself to become spiritually, emotionally, and physically intimate with one another. Real sensuality and sexuality isn't based on physical looks alone. Your energy is what makes you attractive and sexy. I had to read this card with proper grammar because whoever proofread this didn't put the right. I'm like a grammar police. I can't read it with bad grammar. All right. What else? Ooh, the point that I even said that just now, that I'm grammar police, maybe you're being too picky. And I'm thinking of like a Seinfeld episode where I think Seinfeld didn't like the shape of someone's earlobes, so he broke up with her or didn't want to date her. I don't know why that's coming to mind right now. But with me being like a snob about like aren't or isn't, maybe that's highlighting for someone out there in love. They're being a little nitpicky, and you can relax a little bit with your standards. But I mean, it's your life, so be as picky as you want to be. Oh, here's some other love cards right here. Okay, love for Cancer. Challenges. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. Okay. Let's do a romance angel. Did I see something flip? Okay. Unrequited love. Oof. That's never fun. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Work on inner healing. But why is intimacy here? Allow yourself to be intimate, emotionally and physically intimate with one another. Your energy is what makes you attractive and sexy. Maybe somebody just needs to hear that, because I'm not seeing these as like green lights to go and open your heart when it says make a decision on inner healing and unrequited love. So let's go with intimacy as just a reminder. This card is just a reminder that it's your energy that makes you attractive, not necessarily just your body. I mean, sure, we have baseline attraction, and everybody's different in what they find appealing and attractive. Let me grab a couple self-love cards for Cancer. Message. Ooh. I honor how I want to feel. Being myself is enough. Absolutely. And then we have one of these. Cancer. Love message for Cancer. Ooh. Initiative. Okay, can you read that? Step right up. You're being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you're in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step or one short text or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. Okay, so get out there and go make some freaking memories, basically. Any ideas of what kind of activities to invite people to go out and do? B, the beach. Okay, maybe go hit up the beach, go to the ocean. I used to live in Oregon, and I would didn't matter what time of year, didn't matter how cold the water. Every time, as soon as I got near the ocean water, I would just throw everything and go run straight into the water because I freaking loved it. It was amazing. I miss it. I don't live near the beach currently, but that's going to change soon. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and... I guess I wasn't going to pull one of these, but let's do it. This is my Latin love oracle. Let's see if there's one last hint for love. Matters of the heart for my Cancer who's watching. Oh, did you see that one card? It was flipped the wrong way. I think we should take it. Confinement. Oh, that sure matches. Like, call your friends, get up and get out of the house. Protection. Interesting. Protection and confinement in regards to love, huh? Okay, protection. The action of protecting or the state of being protected. In the countryside of Mexico, it's not uncommon for people to witness balls of light flying across the dark night sky. Some say that these fireballs, or bolas de fuego, are witches who have transformed themselves from their human form to fastly moving spheres of light in order to capture their next victims unscathed. In Neapa, El Salvador, these balls of light are something completely different, though. Bolas de fuego are lit balls of cloth that Salvadorians throw at each other on August 31st in a festival commemorating their protection from threats. These threats can be from evils like the devil himself or from natural threats like a local volcano. In 1658, eruption that forced Salvadorian villagers to flee their homes is cited as the origin of Las Bolas de Fuego. But many believe that the origins lie in a religious incident where the devil hurled huge balls of fire at San Geronimo. No matter the origin of this fiery tradition, its participants take to the night street wearing soaked clothes, masks, and heavy gloves in the hopes that these defenses, along with their own fire and light, will be enough to protect them. Wow, I never knew this. Okay. It says, as you become aware of real dangers in this world from natural threats, supernatural predators, and villains, you will also become conscious of your own protections. You have the power within you that, once activated, can defend you from harm. You will not hold this back, nor will you be afraid of your ability to protect yourself. In addition, you will have an array of spiritual protections on your side that are not limited to prayers and spells cast from loved ones and magical allies. You will have a powerful team of protection on your side, which can contain an array of angels, spirits, ancestors, and or warrior spirits from various backgrounds. African, indigenous, friar, and more. Ooh, feels so ominous. There are dark plans in motion and evil is afoot. Make sure you have what you need to protect yourself and your loved ones. This can be anything from armed security to insurance for criminal incidents and natural disasters. Wow. I have never seen that card come out. So be prepared to protect yourself and your loved ones. That's crazy. But I mean, we pulled this in the context of love. So maybe it's speaking of this kind of love that's not romantic. It's the kind of love that requires action. It requires self-sacrifice. It requires preparation. Like if you love someone so much that you need to take like actual tangible steps to protect them from harm, that's a very serious matter. That's not something to be taken lightly. Personally, I know how that feels. I'm not going to go into a huge long story, but I had to protect my kids. And yes, when stuff comes to your attention, you have a choice to either put your head in the sand or act, And I chose to take action and protect them instead of turn a blind eye and perpetuate generational shit that has been passed down in my family line. So taking action a lot of times can make things messier and more scary. Kind of like when you clean your room. If you really deep clean a room, it actually ends up making a bigger mess. I did this last night in my room. I moved my desk. I moved everything because my camera quality, like my videos were just not working right. And someone had blessed me with a laptop and I hadn't set it up yet because I'm really like adverse to technology. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna connect the laptop. I'm gonna move my desk to where I actually want it by this pretty window with green vines growing over it. So pretty. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to wrestle with technology because it takes me forever to figure out how to connect everything. The point is, I got it all set up. I have my cute little corner over here. It's cozy and warm, and I love where I'm working and doing readings, and the quality is way better than what it was. Poor Scorpio. Their video was awful. There's like lag. It's dark. The lighting's shit. And I feel so bad. Even for my clients that I've done readings for, I didn't realize how bad the quality of the recording was. But anyway, I made a huge mess in my room. So this area is cute and cozy. But if I were to go to the other half of my room in here, there's piles of things to sort through and supplements and things that I need to rearrange. I have a little mini fridge and an armchair. It's chaos except for this little corner. But the point is, it's just like that. When you take action steps to protect people that you love, sometimes it can make a bigger mess of things in the process of doing the right thing. And that's okay. Because if you're not going to protect them, who will? And once you become aware of something, it's your duty to protect the more vulnerable, whether it be children or otherwise, elderly or anyone who can't defend themselves or protect themselves. We have confinement. Maybe you're feeling lost and lonely, like this card mentioned here with the bat spirit. Or maybe it's literal. Maybe you literally haven't gotten out of the house in forever, and that's why we had that one card saying, go have fun with your friends. Invite them, take initiative. Do something fun. Shake things up. Shake that energy up. Confinement. Let's read about confinement. It's not always a punishment. During delicate times in our lives, restrictions and solitude are necessary. For some, mastery and growth can only be achieved via rigid schedules and alone time. In Wayu culture, customs specific to an ethnic group residing in Colombia and Venezuela, a girl becomes a woman during her period of confinement, which begins during her first menstruation. The first few days of her cycle, she simply lies alone in a hammock with no food, no drink. Dang. That's pretty brutal. It's already painful enough. Like, that is so harsh. She later learns traditional weaving, crochet, cooking, and valuable relationship skills that will enable her to become a fully functioning member in the community and the family that she will create. In this confinement on a limited diet and free of distractions of the outside world and the opposite sex, a YU girl can simply focus on herself, her growth, and transition from a child into a beautiful lady. And we have this transition card, transformation, rebirth. It says a time of confinement and solitude is needed in order for you to learn who you are, what you want, and what makes you happy. Most importantly, this time will allow you to develop without the influence of male or female gaze. Undergoing this period of confinement will improve the relationship you have with yourself and will make you better suited to enter into a healthy relationship with others. I like that. Take a break from distractions and other people to be by yourself. No wonder it says, challenges. Make a decision to work on inner healing, unrequited love, take initiative. So this is definitely something that you're going to have to take initiative on, the solitude here. But it's a rebirth. You're gonna reemerge from this period of solitude, stronger and more capable. This card kept calling me too, and it says drain. So maybe with the unrequited love, somebody has been just draining your energy, and it is required for you to just unplug, recharge, and reset. Protect yourself. Protect your heart. Okay, we're going to scoop these up, and I'm going to set them aside, so if I need to reference them, I will. But we're going to go ahead and pull out the tarot cards. For Cancer, what do we have for Cancer? You know what? You're so lovely. Oh, what deck? I'm being called to this deck. Hello, old friend. It's been a minute. Cancer. Okay, show me the past. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Oh, it totally flipped upside down right when it fell. Okay, and show me the horizon. Let's see that bridge. The mountain. And the sunrise. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Sleeping Beauty with the Hangman in reverse. Yikes. So oftentimes when I see Hangman in reverse, it makes me think of kind of being stuck in insanity, being stuck in a cycle of doing the same. Yeah, there's stuck. Eight of Swords, stuck energy, a cycle of doing the same thing over and over and over. This could actually be a love reading, because we have this stuck energy and we have negative patterns, no solution. And then I see this couple right here. Sure looks hot and heavy and passionate. All right. Well, let's dive in, shall we? So in the past, we have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands, though, landed in reverse when it flew out of the deck. So this represents self-doubt, holding on to the past, and regret. Can you think of anything? And my hunch is saying this is in regards to relationships and love. So if you can think back to a time, and it doesn't necessarily have to be far in the past, because the past is subjective. So it could be 5 seconds ago. It could be 5 weeks ago, 5 days ago. Past, it's a past, once it's said and done, it's said and done. So, Cancer. Can I just show you my little Cancer card? This is what I look at. That way I feel like I'm talking to a person, not just an idea of, a whole bunch of people that have Cancer in their chart, It's pretty. What is she holding? Are those... They look like daffodils that are like completely open. So when I think of, they're not yellow like a daffodil, but when I think of daffodils, I think of beauty and hope after a long, cold, hard winter. So I'm going to put her back in my view, my line of sight over here. Cancer. What's going on with you? Something in the past that caused a lot of self-doubt and regret, and basically ruminating and longing for what? Because I feel like this is about love, I want to use my love. No, let's use my unicorns. I'll pull these unicorns out. Okay, what do you want to show Cancer about the past, about this self-doubt, regret, lingering in the past, not wanting to let it go? Four Swords in reverse. Page of Wands. In reverse. Ooh. Yeah, and the Ten of Swords. Ouch. This is heavy, heavy, heavy fucking energy. This is like absolutely like knocked out, like total despair and anguish. Even you may have even experienced this. A lot of times it's mental because of the swords being a suit of like thoughts and mentalism. But a lot of times your pain could have manifested in the form of like panic attacks or heart attack or hard to breathe, or literally physically manifesting like symptoms of like you feel like you're gonna die. So there's something super, super painful in the past. And I do believe it's in regards to something emotionally charged. So love, a relationship. I don't think we got this love heart balloon for nothing, And there was unrequited love as well. Yeah. So something super painful in regards to love in the past, where you were completely betrayed, blindsided. Somebody won your fucking heart, your safety, your trust. Like, you felt safe. They earned your trust. They earned your love. And then right when they knew they had you, they just flipped a switch. And boom. So this is a card of being tricked. Page of Wands in reverse. This is somebody had bad intentions and didn't have that same level of commitment that you had towards the connection, and completely laid you out flat, left you bleeding on the side of the road without a second thought. And this is the need for rest, relaxation, mental peace. So this is a major event that in the past, and it left you feeling completely in shock, and even like feeling crazy and doubting your worth, doubting who you are. I mean, dare I say it? I know people throw this term around a lot, but narcissism, it's a spectrum and it's a real thing. Like, there are really people who fit that stereotype with their behavior. They choose to behave a certain way, so I'm going to grace them with, you know what? I used this card earlier, this deck. This is from Monopoly Villains, Disney Villains. Let's see if we can get any kind of detail on the character of the person who fucking ran you over 50 million times. So what they do is they learn, if this is a narcissist you were dealing with, what they do is they feign interest, and you, being open-hearted and just wanting to love and be loved, take it as a compliment, like, oh, they want to know me, you know. But really, they're information gathering. They want to know your hopes and dreams and fears. They want to know every last tiny minute detail about you and how your mind works, how your heart works, and they want to know it all because they're information gathering so that they can create and curate this perfect complex facade, this whole fake self that they can present to you as your knight in shining armor, or your twin flame, or your soulmate, when really it's a trick. It's a trick. That's why it's so important to learn that you are enough on your own. You don't need someone to come in and rescue you. You don't need someone to come in and complete you or be your other half. No, fuck the other half thing. Two holes. Two holes, fun life. Like, nothing to fix, nothing to complete. Just me showing up as my best self and you showing up as your best self. But when you have that mentality of like, oh, someday my prince will come, you know, especially us Gen Xers who grew up on Disney Disney movies, you know, Disney princesses waiting to be rescued. I mean, it's no accident we have Sleeping Beauty here, waiting for her true love's kiss to wake her up and rescue her from a coma for fucking eternity. No, wake yourself up, bitch. Sniff some essential oil. No, I know. That's the storyline for the movie. It's fine. But all I'm saying is, like, they study who you are and they present this false self to you and you buy it hook, line, and sinker. Or maybe you don't buy it right away and you're hesitant and resistant, but they work on you and they wear you down and wear you down until they gotcha. And as soon as they know they have you emotionally hooked, that's when their mask starts to slip. A little slip here, a little slip there. And they see that you're not going to leave them. They see that you're in it. You're in it, come hell or high water, you're committed. And that's when they reveal, the great reveal, the Oz behind the curtain, the great and mighty Oz. This little tiny person who exuded someone completely different. And then it's a mind fuck because you're like, but no, like, this is who they are. But they're showing me that this is who they are. You can't, what is the word? You can't reconcile the differences, and it makes you go crazy. So I feel like somebody out there went through this whole process, and then you're discarded and tossed out like less than garbage, and you're made to believe it's your fault. It's something you did. And then the cause of your pain suddenly becomes the cure, and you want little hits, little fixes of this person who's just going to perpetuate the same cycle. And it's abuse. And I will not victim shame. However, I will say, once you look inside, once you choose, like this card, it said make the choice to heal challenges, make a decision to work on inner healing. Once you heal the parts of you that no longer need validation from an external source, or that no longer needs to be rescued, heal the parts of you that no longer need to be seen and validated and loved by anyone other than you. Once you learn to meet your own needs internally and become emotionally independent of anybody else's opinion or love or adoration or any of that shit, then you become immune to people like this, and they actually stop coming around because you're not sending out that frequency. You're not emitting that beep beep, that little beacon. Just think of like the Iron Giant, you know, when the parts go scattering at the end of the movie, and there's that little beep in the snow and the little arm and all the parts come together. You're not emitting that frequency calling a predator to you. So do the work, and it's never done, honestly. Like, it's never done. But once you become aware of it and shine a light on it, then you get better at being there for for yourself, for the parts of you that were abandoned in the past, the parts of you that are reaching out for broken, unavailable people. And I'm totally monologuing, so we're gonna get a little hint here for my Cancer and see what kind of characteristic quality traits this person may have, and then we'll move on. Okay. So this narcissist, this unrequited love, this person who put 10 swords in my buddy's back. Who the fuck are they? What kind of qualities do they carry and emit? What kind of frequency other than assholery and fuckboyish? I'm kidding. Ooh, and there's Mother Gothel. You want me to be the bad guy? Fine. Now I'm the bad guy. God, that just triggers me right there. Fine. You want me to be the bad guy? I can just see it and feel it. This is a covert narcissist. This is someone who truly is a villain, but to everybody else, they present themselves as the good guy. I'm the good guy. Oh, I'm so humble. Let me take care of that for you. In the public eye, always humble, always a servant, always helpful. She's the sweetest person in the world. They're the person that you're shocked has a dead body buried in the basement. Mother Gothel is not portrayed to us as anyone decent. However, her victim looks at her so adoringly. When you think of Rapunzel, at least the newest Disney version of Rapunzel, where Mandy Moore is the voice of Rapunzel, and she's just like, mother, la 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 la. You know, she's really truly bonded with her quote unquote mom. It's like Stockholm syndrome at its finest, like bonded to your captor. So this person did a really good job at creating a sense of dependency upon them, isolating you from all of your sources of support and friendships. That's why that other card was brought up about the need to reach out to friends, take initiative. Go do something fun with a group of friends. Maybe they don't know how to reach out to you. Oh my gosh, too feminine. That's so funny, two feminine energies. We also have Cruella. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Cruella, Cruella de Vil. And the first thing I notice when I look at this is duality, the dark and the light. I mean, we all have shadow aspects and light aspects. But let's think of the qualities of Cruella de Vil. The back says, coins are much easier to steal than puppies. So, I just think of greed. Someone super money, money, money. And I'm looking at her green eyes and her green eyeshadow. Someone so obsessed with status, the fur, even think of like Emma Stone as Cruella, and like the status symbol of being like the fashionista, but really just money, greed. Somebody just obsessed with status and money. Somebody who is obsessed with their image, making themselves portray themselves as the good guy, and then mind fucking you into believing that you're the bad guy, or that you're causing them to treat you badly. It's your fault that they're abusing you. Yeah. So those are two things that may be clues for you to understand who this person is, or maybe hone in more on saying yes, identifying with this past situation here. And again, just to bring it back to the start, whatever this situation in the past was, it caused you to doubt yourself. And that is the worst thing that you can do, is doubt yourself, doubt your intuition, abandon your inner you. Even go as far as to wish to be back in the past with this person who treated you like shit. And I've been there. So yeah, I definitely know how that feels. But as you move forward, the more time that you give it, the more work that you do, the more that you understand yourself and your attachment wounds and the hurting you deep within, the less this has a hold over you. But I digress. Let's move forward. So here in the near future, we have the Nine of Wands. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at the house. It looks like a house of horrors. Can you guys see that? It's like a rooster and it's a house on fire. It's like a headless rooster house with legs. And she's holding a little doll or a little baby. Looks like a little doll. She's escaped this house of horrors. Damn. That also makes me think that there's a movie, like an animated movie with this little girl in the swamp. I don't know the name of the movie. Homeward Bound? No, not Homeward Bound. I don't know. Gosh, it's going to bother me. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Okay. Well, I'm vaguely like picturing like this isolated out in the middle of like the Australian desert or swamps or something, like some house that this little girl is like a captor. She's captive and gets rescued. I don't know. Anyway, this is clearly depicting somebody who's either hiding or gotten away from. I mean, I know this card has its own story. Like each of these cards has its own like legend, but I'm just going off of what I feel, and I feel like she got out, especially given the context of the past, being in a relationship that was absolutely 100% abusive. And she's scared, she's alone, she doesn't know how to move forward. All she knows is that she's out, and part of her sometimes, maybe half the time, she wants to go back. Like, what's scarier? These flaming skulls all around me, or being in that house? At least the house was familiar. At least it was the devil that I know, the devil that you know rather than the one you don't, right? But this is coming up on the horizon, so this could be the current energy you're experiencing with the Nine of Wands. Um, Spirit is just asking you to stand your ground. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Be courageous. Don't go back. Don't go back to the devil you know. Because if you go back to the devil you know, then there's no hope of healing, because you're placing yourself in that cycle of stuckness that we talked about, that feeling stuck, right? Hopeless, helpless. Eight of Swords energy, hopeless, helpless, and negative patterns, no solution. Absolutely stuck. An eternity, a coma for eternity. Somebody who treats you hot and cold. Like you're the answer to their prayer one day, and then the next you're less than trash. Don't go back to that. So stay strong, stay courageous, keep your guard up. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary being on your own. It's scary navigating a terrain you don't know and moving forward into the unknown. Like you don't really know what to do or where to go or who to trust or if you'll ever feel the warmth of love again. And it's scary to think like that. I'm going to pull, this is not a tarot card, but we're going to pull a little message for the current situation. If anyone's resonating with this fear and you're finding it hard to keep your resolve and your grit, the courage that you need to stay away from this person from the past or this situation from the past, that negative cycle on repeat, then here are some clues to help you. We have no rain today. And we have pure nature. So these are hints on how to remain strong, remain resolute in your decision to walk away from that or to not go back to it at least. Maybe they dumped you, or I don't know the exact circumstances, but there's definitely energy of needing to remain strong and keep your guard up. So with no rain today, actually let's read pure nature. Number 7. Who's got a life path? I have a life path, number 7. It says grace, blooming, youth, freshness. This young girl is flourishing as she develops into a woman. Wow, more messages about developing into a woman. Remember the confinement card about her first period and having to isolate? Damn. She loves her body and is aware of her unique beauty. Just as this girl does, cherish the beauty nature has given to you. See the softness and grace and keep the secrets of youth in your heart. The red peony symbolizes respect and honor, ideals that must be recognized in ourselves before we can genuinely share our true nature with others. Okay, what came to me when I was reading that was This covert person, this person who's done such a good job at making you feel like you're the problem, maybe you're left feeling like everyone's judging you and like you're disgraced and you can't show your face and you just feel so excuse me, I lost my breath. Woo. What's that? Like you can't breathe. I guess. Like just panicky and like you can't breathe and I don't know what that was. I do need a drink though. Let me grab a drink. Hold on. Sugar, poison, not the best choice. Um, they've left you feeling so disgraced, like you're the one that people are going to look at and blame for whatever. That they maybe you think that they've done such a great job at painting this picture of you as the bad guy that maybe you feel like I don't know, maybe that plays a role in you hiding and not shining and coming forth, like that peacock card said, to shine bright. I mean, I know we have the confinement card too. While she becomes a woman and she does a lot of self-reflection and determines who she is and who she wants to be. Maybe this is the energy that you need to be in right now as you stand strong against the past, trying to creep its way back in. Excuse me. And then the pure nature. Yeah, love yourself. She's aware of her unique beauty, her softness, her grace, respect, honor. So learn to love yourself again. Learn to cherish every little bit of who you are. Because trust me, I know it's easy to forget. When you come from something like that, it literally like levels you. Your brain, you need to rewire your brain. There's PTSD involved. It's that they've even shown like brain scans or MRIs of people who've gone through a breakup from, well, just breakups in general, especially like codependent ones, but like your brain is lit up like a drug addict on withdrawal, like going through a withdrawal. When I went through a scenario like that, I know this sounds extreme, but I have a sauna wrap blanket thing. It was like $500, but kind of spendy, but they're amazing. And they literally produce all the chemicals, the same chemicals that you get from being intimate with somebody. So I knew that my brain was going to go into like a super hyper withdrawal from those feel good hormones. And so I was finding a different way to give myself those hormones since I knew I wouldn't have access to the person who hurt me, but also made me feel better, So I get that. It was still very painful, that breakup, but you get through it. And I was determined to level up. I cried my way through it, but level up, level up, level up, be an alchemist, transmute that pain and use it as a stepping stone to your elevation, to lift yourself up and to become so emotionally independent that you will never, ever allow someone to treat you like that again. You'd be like, no, I know my worth. I know my value. What? Are you crazy talking to me like that? Treating me like that? I don't know. You won't even, once you really understand your inherent value, you won't even be, you just emit a different frequency, and those kinds of people they're repelled by you because you're so confident and secure in who you are. Okay, no rain today. And honestly, I haven't even tested that theory out yet, but I'm sure of it. Once you change your frequency, it repels people who aren't on that same level. Who was I telling the other day? I was like, I watched a video on YouTube about like this girl and sitting in her car talking about love, and I was just like, oh, I can relate to that. Like when people talk about love, I'm like, okay, that's nice. Let's move on. Next subject. And it's like, oh, I related to what she was saying. Something about like, maybe you've resigned, like you've come to, like for me, like I had come to a point where I'm like, love's just not for me. At least romantic love. Clearly, I have always attracted unhealthy connections, but really what it is I didn't trust myself. I came to a point where I didn't trust myself in a love connection because in the past I had always abandoned myself. right? Because I was afraid of losing whomever or whatever. I was grasping at love from someone outside of myself or something outside of whatever. Like, so I think, and I haven't tested it. I have not been, it's been 4 years since I've dated. But anyway, I think once you realize you're fine and you're okay, you don't really need anything outside of you. I think the dynamic would be different. Or maybe it's just something you continually work on. I don't know, but I'm not really willing to test it. I don't want to test my healing journey and see if I fall back into old patterns of wanting someone else to make me feel like I'm enough when I can make me feel like I'm enough. I already know I'm enough. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. That's like normal. No one can be everybody's cup of tea. So it's silly to even want to be everybody's cup of tea, you know? So it's whatever. What's meant for you is meant for you. You don't have to strive. And I am a firm believer that love should be easy, not hard. So anyway, that's another tangent I just went down. But back to assistance for you in standing strong and courageous. 37, no rain today. Comfort, positive view of life, energy, shine. In this card, we see the sun banishing a crying cloud. Oh, I love that. The sun is banishing a crying cloud. There will be no rain today. No soup for you. Another Seinfeld reference. The sun gives warmth and comfort. Her rays grant life and strength. They chase away grief and loss. On dark days, turn your face toward the sun and let the shadows fall behind you. Slip on your dancing shoes, if only for a moment, and let the energy move through your body. Surround yourself with positive, happy people to foster an environment where you can shine. Literally, let it shine, baby girl or boy or whoever. Let it shine, Cancer. Foster an environment where you feel so safe, so secure, so free to be your unique peacock self that you can just put it out there and freely let yourself shine. Banish the clouds, banish the sadness, those frequencies of not being enough, of questioning yourself, of blaming yourself. See the beauty in who you are, embrace it, and others will come alongside you who see that same beauty in you and celebrate it in you as well. That's how you're going to stay strong, is support. Surround yourself with support. And then the road leading up to this point of needing to defend yourself and needing to stand strong is the King of Swords. It's masculine energy. This is someone who is very in their head, like very logical, very, very smart, a very intelligent person, someone who's very, very smart. So it makes sense that Mother Gothel card came out where they're like mind fucking you into thinking, oh, you want me to be the bad guy? I'll be the bad guy since you're making me be the bad guy. Like the level of intelligence to have to be able to psychologically like twist things so sadistically, you have to be insanely smart for that. And I'm not like applauding them for that sick behavior, but I'm just saying the characteristics of someone who can do that. I mean, they have such a lack of self-respect. There's such a deep self-hatred and loathing in themselves. It's sad, but less than 2% of people like this are capable of change. Like they don't have a moral compass. They have no empathy. They're good at faking emotion and mimicking it and creating a counterfeit of love. But for you, the love was real, so it's hard for you to reconcile that none of this was real, because for you it was real, but it wasn't real because it wasn't real for both of you, if that makes sense. But don't regret the love you gave, because love is never wasted. It's literally like a superpower, and it has an energy signature all its own, and I really think that it does something in the supernatural. It does something energetically for whoever it affects or reaches. So don't regret the love that you gave, and forgive yourself for not knowing better, for not, for allowing yourself to be hurt like this by this person. Someone very smart, very intelligent, very much into more logical way of thinking. maybe very business minded. Maybe even this could also represent a lawyer. Oftentimes, King of Swords is my card for a lawyer. Just that very cold, hard, calculating, intelligent vibe here. So I think this person is trying to reel you back in, because once they know they've lost you, then that triggers them into reeling you back in, because you are a source of supply for them. And the best way to deal with someone like this is to give them absolutely nothing. Nothing. No access to your life, no pictures of you, no access to social media, no positive response, no negative response, not even a fuck you. Absolutely just comatose, sleeping beauty their ass. Put yourself in a coma anytime it's anything to do with this person. Put yourself into confinement, because it's absolutely critical that you remain strong and protect yourself from that house of horrors. You've already checked that box. You've already lived it. Now it's time to surround yourself with your tribe, with your people who see you for who you are, who celebrate you for who you are, who lift you up, who accentuate your giftings, who remind you that you are strong and capable, especially after what you've been through. So strong. I can pull more. Let's pull some more cards. You know what? We're going to pull from this deck over here. Show me this King of Swords in the bridging energy. What's going on? I just intuitively feel like they're coming back. Yeah. This is young energy too. We have 2 pages. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So, hang on. What is this? Oh my gosh, Lover's card on the bottom of the deck. It's Adam and Eve in the garden of the forbidden fruit. Imagine me, I'm your angel. I'm like, don't! I come flying in and whack that poison apple out of your hand. Don't take another bite! Save you from going back to this person. This person who just wants to reel you back in to keep you in their grasp. It's a source of supply for them. 10 of Cups in reverse. This is separation, divorce, having a falling out, despair, broken family, conflict. Yeah, this person is trying to come back around, and they're going to appeal to you logically at first with Page of Swords energy. And they're going to try to wear you down. Just, hey, 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 hey. Yeah. I don't think they're going to let you go. But it's nothing but unhappiness. There's nothing here for you. Do not give them that comatose state. Give them nothing. And if you have children with this person, maybe, see that little doll she's clutching? Maybe you have children with this person. Bare minimum communication. Your challenge is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So your challenge is, shocker, after coming out of something like that, is self-esteem, self-worth, realizing your beauty and who you are. Is this so bright in here? Is this too dark if I turn this off? Hang on. Oh my gosh, I would say, yeah, that's too dark. I just feel like it's so bright. Your challenge is rebuilding yourself after this. Trusting yourself. Rebuilding your confidence. They've broken you down so hard, man. Whew. Okay, let's see. What clue can I get? Let's pull some encouraging words for you, for your challenge to rebuild your self-esteem. Lavender. Take time to cleanse and remove negativity. Yeah, we know. So that confinement card, like go into isolation for a time being, to heal. Choose healing. Prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow. The peony. Take the steps today that your future self will thank you for. What's one chakra that Cancer could focus on right now? Throat chakra, yeah. I would have guessed that. Actually, I was thinking that in my head. Your ability to speak. Your voice has been silenced. It makes so much sense. Working on your ability to express yourself. Listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. I don't think that applies. I think the main thing here to take from this is the throat chakra is what's needed right now to regain your sense of autonomy and your confidence in who you are. You've got to rebuild your sense of self-worth. What else do we need to know about the mountain, the challenge here for Cancer? Yeah, you've been silenced for so long. Six of Cups in reverse. So there's maturing. This is Wendy and Peter Pan, but you're growing up, you're maturing, you're really learning from this experience, and that's good. Wow, and underneath that, Hansel and Gretel, Three of Swords in reverse. This is healing from a broken heart, full recovery. So there is recovery, so you can hang on to the hope and knowing that you will regain yourself. You will find yourself again, and you will find healing and forgiveness in your heart from all of this mess. But the cards that popped up, we have the Seven of Wands, Jack and the Beanstalk. This may seem like a huge, giant feat, a big, giant thing to slay that might seem daunting and impossible, but you can do it. You can do it. Mm-hmm. Standing up for your beliefs, being strong-willed, conviction. To the Emperor. Someone who has power and control over you. This is excessive control. Super abusive. This is definitely right in line with what we're talking about. Someone who abuses their power. They use it to exert power over you. Whether it be posturing or even literal physical and verbal abuse, but emotional abuse. All abuse is abuse. Yeah, the need to stand up. Your challenge here is to stand in your power, take your power back, and regain your confidence in yourself and your ability to stand firm against this giant. You may feel weak and powerless, but you can outwit this giant. Remember what Jack does? He cuts down that beanstalk. No one else is brave enough to go and do this. You can outwit this giant. This Emperor in reverse. This rigid, domineering, controlling, abusive motherfucker who triggers all the childhood wounds within yourself. Literally lights up CPTSD like crazy. So your challenge is to stand firm, stand strong, remain just the same. It's basically a repeat of what's coming on the horizon is stand strong. It's almost over. This is the outcome card, 10 of Wands. So it's the end of a long journey. It's been really long. It's been really hard. The story behind the 10 of Wands card is that it's usually depicted by somebody carrying a bundle of sticks on their back, and they're bent over, and they're hobbling towards this. Off in the distance you see a pile of sticks where that's where they're headed to dump the dead weight and they're so close, just a few more feet, and then you got it. So you can end this. Just lay those burdens, just dump them, let them scatter to the ground, just be done with it. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long road carrying that heaviness, the weight, the shame, the highs, the lows, the hopes taken away from you, your dream of your future taken away from you and then given back and then taken away. It's just been emotional whiplash, and that really takes a toll on someone. But the good news is you're coming to the end of this journey. It's ending. You're right there. All you have to do is stand up to them just a little bit longer, and dare I say, cut off all communication between your world and theirs. Hack that beanstalk down. Hack off every wire, every line of communication between you and this person. I know that seems scary and hard, but you can do it. And I really feel like it's necessary in order for you to finally put an end to this torture. You can do it. Okay, let's get some encouragement for you, Cancer. This is really long. If you made it this far with me, I don't know. Is there a peacock emoji? I don't think there is. Put a butterfly emoji in the comments if you've made it this far. Spend some time on self-care. Oh, put a mermaid emoji. Butterfly, mermaids, whatever. Spend some time on self-care. It's okay to say no. Absolutely. Absolutely. Isn't that one of our cards here? Maybe not. Am I imagining things? Boundaries. I think I'm thinking of a different reading. Let's get one more. Oh. When in doubt, ask for guidance. Surround yourself with support. Spirit team, angels, guides, they cannot help you unless you ask specifically for help because of free will. So they can't help you unless you reach out and ask. And they will. They want to help. They're just waiting. It says, listen to your intuitive signals. They are real and they will guide you in the right direction. So listen to your gut. Trust yourself. And I know you've been taught not to trust yourself in this relationship. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. I love that. Where does light shine the brightest? In the dark. You can do it. It's okay to take your time. And look, it's that rose. It looks so similar, even with the little bud there. It's okay to take your time and relearning how to love and appreciate every aspect of who you are. It's okay. It's going to take time to rebuild. But what's pertinent, what's imperative, is that you hack down every form of communication with this person. Cut them off so they can't re-injure you. Right? You wouldn't get out of surgery and go right back to mountain climbing. If you fell off a cliff and broke your leg or barely survived, you would allow yourself to at least heal before going back to a dangerous environment. But I don't think you're going to be going back to a dangerous environment. You're going to do this. You're going to lay down this heavy burden and you're going to allow yourself the time to heal. And you're going to surround yourself with friends and family and support who love you and cherish you and will even go as far as to protect you, you know? And we had that protection card. Man, everything is coming full circle and making so much sense now. You need to be your protector. Protect you. It's time for rest. It's time to cozy up in that cocoon so that you can reemerge stronger, brighter, lessons learned. This unrequited love. Choose to heal. Take some at the beach. Take some R&R, rest and relaxation. Yeah. Somebody has definitely been an energy vampire and sucked you dry. You see that? She's just like, ugh. Her soul's been sucked out of her. Okay. All right, Cancer. This was really long. I thank you for being here with me. Do you hear the ambulance? Protect yourself. This connection is dangerous. And I just cannot stress it enough that the need to cut this person off. Actually, I forgot about this deck. This is a new deck I just got yesterday. We have for Cancer. Whew. Oh, I'm holding it to my heart. And it's a peony. Didn't we read about peonies in here earlier? I saw a peony. Yes, care well for, like, prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow. Like, just learn what you need to learn and, do things that your future you will be glad that you did now, like protective measures for your future. Because this scenario, this person is dangerous for your future. Here we have another pink peony. I forgive myself for past mistakes. I can start anew today. Say it out loud to yourself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for past mistakes. I can start new today. And you know what? I have a message tied to peony, and we're going to read it right now. I have a flower deck of cards, and one of the definitions is for a peony, and we're going to read it. Worthy. You are enough, just as you are. Remember that to bloom in your own way is to fulfill an exquisite purpose unlike any other. There will never be another you. You are a miracle. You are worthy. And then I like to end every reading with one of my honeycomb cards. So let's go ahead and pull one of these. For my Cancer, my beautiful Cancer, my sweet giver of love and life. Manifest. All right. Here's a quote from Anna Grace Taylor. To worry is to pray for what you don't want. Choose your thoughts wisely. If you've been struggling to manifest, it may be time to consider if your approach is ideal. When you wish to bring something into your life, feel the energy of what you desire as though it already exists, and release this intention into the universe. When you consistently hold on to worry that your desires will not come to fruition, you remain stagnant in fear, finding it difficult to allow that which you desire to ever come closer. Stagnant, stuck. See that? She's stuck. You don't want to remain stagnant in fear. So let me read that one more time. Where'd it go? Feel the energy of what you desire as though it already exists and release the intention into the universe. If you continue to think of your desire as something that will happen in the future, you will struggle to manifest as your thoughts reside beyond the present moment. To truly be successful in manifestation, you must let go and have confidence that the universe will provide. The result may not always be in the way you envision, but it will always be as you require. Let go and allow. Intention, allow, feel, welcome. I trust that the right opportunities will be presented to me in accordance with my divine energy. And that's associated with your solar plexus chakra. So remember that little frequency emitting tone, like on the Iron Giant? Beep, beep, beep. Like, tune in to the frequency of love and abundance and safety and peace. Feel what it feels like to be cherished and loved and adored. Do it to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and just start lavishing yourself with praise. You don't need it from any outside source. All right. Cancer, I love you. Be well. Be strong. You are strong. You can do hard things. You're courageous. And this whole long, heavy journey is coming to an end. Mwah.